Welcome to Meeting at the Questions, where together we explore this thing called life. This special vocabulary series has been created to help you navigate the words that may trip you up during your personal study. Christianity, like other disciplines, has jargon, or words that are used by a particular profession or group that are difficult for others to understand. This series is by no means intended to be deep theological processing, but instead to provide a simple way to think about words used in Christianity. My hope is that by having a simple go-to concept, you will enhance your spiritual walk. In my own Bible, on the front cover, I have these words and concepts and refer to them often whenever I get stuck in the jargon. Happy studying! Today's question, what is godliness? Let's look at a few verses from 1 Timothy chapter 4. For while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. And another verse from 1 Timothy, but chapter 6. Now there is great gain in godliness with contentment. When I read godliness, I'm going to think, training my thoughts and actions to align with God. So, our thoughts are really important because our thoughts ultimately lead to action. All action begins with a thought. Our thoughts come to us from a variety of places, including TV we watch, who we hang out with, books we read, music we listen to, time in nature, games we play, the amount of physical exercise. All of these impact our thoughts and occur and start in our brain, but ultimately will lead to action if we allow them. So to get on target, it's important that we begin to train our thoughts, focus our thoughts, boss our thoughts, whatever it is that aligns our thinking to what we know to be true from God. How do we know what's true of God? We study the characteristics of God. That's what we want to be thinking about and becoming like. That means it's less fear, less selfish, less dark, and more love, selflessness, and light. We flush the thoughts that aren't aligning, and we keep the thoughts that align. So it starts to look like this. Our thoughts, and therefore our actions, are aligning with God's will. That is godliness. It's actually a form or evidence of obedience because we start to look different, sound different, and align with what we know is true of God. So let's look back at our verses. For while bodily training is of some value, alignment of my thoughts and therefore my actions with God's is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. Now there is great gain when I align my thoughts and therefore my actions with God's with contentment. What direction are you going to take this learning? What is one thought you can train or retrain to better align with God's today? If you have a word you're curious about, share it at brandolint.com, text or email. I would love to learn alongside you.